On two wheels. Immediately on two wheels. There was no reason for that at all then. That was a nice gentle corner at a reasonable speed. So sensitive it is now, I think I might actually be able to get to the point where I'm doing stunts. Really, G-Cooks, that is actually very interesting. So Dovetail have never created a Scottish route at all. They're all from other companies. I had absolutely no idea of that. That is interesting. Wow. Oh, that's not far off where we're going. That's into Poland. That's going completely the wrong way. Le Mans, that's going back the way we came. I think that's... oh, we could do Austria. We could go from Switzerland through Austria to Vienna, or we could go through Germany, Czech Republic, Poland. What do you fancy, guys? Do you fancy going through Austria or Czech Republic? Austria or Germany, I guess, is the choice. I'm rather partial to the Austria route. A bit more idyllic. I'm always driving through Germany. Fancy something a bit different. Austria? Yeah, I think we do Austria. It's a bit more fun. Have I got time to get there? 12 hours and 2 minutes. Oh, good. I can have a little kip. Fantastico. Alrighty then. So I'm going to have to get used to driving slower. Behaving myself a bit more. I actually can't see that sat-nav particularly well. Let's see if I can figure out... Oops. Just pressing buttons at random right now. Options... Dashboard display mode. Dashboard map mode. Ah. I think I found the button. Let's have a look, see here. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to get nice and close. So the options we seem to have on the sat-nav are off, super close, too far away, ridiculously, pointlessly far away, and from space. What's wrong with scroll? Why can't I, like, just move out a little bit at a time? Why do I have to be forced into these aggressive, annoying, sort of super far out zoomed things? Right, so if I turn right here, we've got loads of parking space options, but if I go left, we unlock a bunch of stuff. Let's go right and get a kit first, I think. This looks like a winner. Nice quiet garage. Get my head down. Security detail. Alright, time for a snooze. Okay. I think they can make those like hitboxes ever so slightly bigger so that I don't keep doing that. Right. Good night, everybody. See you in a bit, G-Cooks. More rain, of course. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what the sat-nav is doing right now. I haven't lost that job, have I? I'd be most frustrated if I have. Yeah, it's still there. Alrighty. Oh wait, is that the pickup point there? It's at pop speed. Oh, blast. It's alright, I'll go round and unlock some stuff. Wipers on. Get rid of that new hyper authentic rain. Yeah, yes, that's a good point. Oh gosh. Although there's rain, there's no real sort of evidence of it on the floor. I agree with you. Fernbus Unreal Engine 4 excels in this, yeah, I agree. I think it's been said 100 times over. I know I've definitely said it a few times. what we all kind of really need, or what we would all really like, is all the best bits from all of the different options amalgamated into one epic driving type simulator. Cheers, dude. Cheers, dude. Let's drive on that, dude. Nope. Nope. Oh, look. Oh no, that's the one that goes through Germany. Okay, there we go, there we go. Keep stalling. Oh dear, it's a nice easy one. These are the ones that always go terribly wrong. Not exactly giving myself the best starting point there. We're going to need a lot more than that. Got there eventually. Nice screenshot right there. What do I do? Press enter. No? What have I done wrong? Oh, don't tell me I've dropped the trailer again. I keep doing this. It's instinct. I've been doing it for so many years. Must stop doing that. Alrighty, stop the engine. Load the cargo. Here we go. Yeah, those brakes. I love them, but I just don't know how to use them right now. So even there, wow, even then I overshot. Good Lord. Can't actually see that. There we go. I need a Sim UK truck and a trailer skin. Yeah, you're not wrong. I still think it's incredible that you can't easily upload your own logo and just place it on the side of your trailer and stuff. For a game that's as old as this, in a genre where logos and company identity means so much, I just can't believe that they haven't implemented that yet. Speed in. I have one in ATS. When ATS came out, I made the effort to create my own skin. So although my truck in ATS at the moment is blue and red, I do have a Sim UK skinned option available to me. And I think it looks pretty good actually. To be fair, it's using my old logo, but you know, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Stuttgart and Innsbruck. I am braking so early for these things now. Feels like I'm braking too early. It's very unnatural. Stunning out here. All that so I can take a sip of water. What I should do is I should put my water there. There we go. Now I don't have to keep looking away from the screen so I can see where it is. Did anybody see the Beyond the Baltic Sea SCS pre-release stream? I think it was on for about 3 hours or so. It's quite interesting. It's kind of nice to meet all the people who have been working on the... Yeah, not all. Yeah, not all of it. It was a little bit. I don't know. I felt like it was. It needed to have more visual content of the actual route itself. I felt like they sort of neglected to show much. I know somebody was driving in the background, but yeah, I just, you know, I'd rather they were just talking for 3 hours while showing us some unbelievable footage. But, you know, there was a bit, don't get me wrong. Pavel said he hopes ETS has 10 years of life left in it. Well, you know what? It really could easily achieve that, I think. I mean, just in this stream today, we've highlighted some really massive improvements that could be added to the game. I think would give it that new lease of life, or you know, just make the whole driving experience a little bit better. You know, replays, seasons, it would still be the same game. It would just be the next level on. It would be even better than it is now, which is something I think SCS have been extremely good at implementing. I don't know how you guys feel, but I think ATS now is big enough. Flipping hell, that's tight. Wrong gear. Got away with it somehow. ETS2 now I think is big enough that I don't think we need any more expansions really. I know probably the next logical expansion is going to be maybe Ireland or Russia, probably Russia being the most likely. But you know, I'd rather see seasons come in than Russia, personally. But then I'm sure there's millions of Russians who would feel completely the opposite to that. Official multiplayer, of course. Yeah, I mean, the fact that there is multiplayer at all is just astounding. And it always amazes me when community-driven projects like ETS multiplayer produce such incredible content that they're not just immediately sort of approached and brought into the fold and said, hey look, we'll give you your own little department, we'll pay you this much a year, and we want you to produce basically what you've done now but on an official capacity. FarmSim never seemed to do it. Apparently FarmSim have taken some modders on, but you know, Seasons mod for me in FarmSim 17 was an absolute game changer. Two things in FarmSim 17 that totally made that game worth playing for me were Seasons and the Gears mod for the tractors. That totally 100% transformed a really arcadey, boring game into a really authentic simulation experience. And it, you know, it just always surprises me that they never approach these guys and say, wow, do you know what? That really makes the game hugely improves the game. You know, here's your budget, employ whoever you want, this is your deadline, and away you go. But yeah, you're right. Multiplayer, official multiplayer with with vehicles. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy. By gosh, it's not going to be easy. But it would be nice. Whoa! Sorry, Mr. Mercedes. I think also it would be nice if they could do more. What I'd really like to see, what I've always really wished was in the game, although it's probably not high up on my priorities, but I'd really like to see it, is the ability to not only get out of your truck, but to be able to see your fleet. So go to the garage that you own, see the AI truck drivers driving your trucks, because, you know, there are truck drivers here now. Bus Sim 18 have in my opinion, opened a complete can of worms, because they've managed to get the AI employed drivers to drive your buses around with you whilst you're driving. And now, that's like, for me, is just, I want to see it everywhere. I want everybody to implement that, and, you know, it's asking a hell of a lot, obviously. Oh, sugar, 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 sugar. No brakes! Absolutely no brakes whatsoever. Holy cow, it wasn't like I was even going fast. And it wasn't one of those automatic tolls. I should have paid more attention there. God, a brake's something you can upgrade in ETS 2. I suppose I could alter my brake efficiency now. It's ridiculous. Now I have, like, literally I have no brakes at all. It used to be the case if I was driving too fast, or I didn't react quick enough, or I, you know, those factors plus the fact that I had something really heavy on the back, that would cause me to have an accident. But now it's like, you know, even when I'm driving carefully, I'm running the risk of banging into something as well. These tunnels are fantastic. See the wheels coming up. Wow. I'm not even going fast. I'm pretty sure I could just tip a trailer anytime I like right now. It feels like the physics changes have definitely introduced less balance. Even less balance into the trailer. Does make it more challenging. I do like a challenge. Speeding coach. look at that. Austria has some of the most stunning scenery. Not just in real life, but in this game as well. Absolutely sensational. There's something about this sort of scenery as well that's just way more appealing to drive through. Look at that! Look at that palace up on the mountain there. It's kind of what ETS lacks, is things like that. Too much desert, not enough wow factor. Going to Salzburg today, thank you. On two wheels, immediately on two wheels. There was no reason for that at all then. That was a nice gentle corner at a reasonable speed. So sensitive it is now, I think I might actually be able to get to the point where I'm doing stunts. The only difficulty is, I'm not quite sure. Look at that, see? See how easy that was? Like, literally, I can flip it any time I like right now. It needs to be sort of... The only safe way to do that is to, whilst taking a left-hand turn just before a right-hand turn, give it a little whip. And I do mean a little whip, like a tiny little steer to the left is enough to bring the whole thing up off the floor. But then you need to heavily steer right to get it to come and sit back down again. So like here I could probably do it. See? See? Oh gosh. That's where the new physics are, guys. That's where the new physics are. That is definitely... I never ever was able to do that before. That is a new thing. That is definitely new. It's kind of scary. Because although I am in control of it, it's very much on the edge. Very much on the edge. I think I may have to consider just dropping my sensitivity, trailer stability rather, right the way down. Yeah, string bean, I've never been able to do that before. I can just flip this trailer anytime I like now. That is certainly not the way it used to be. That is not the way it has been for years. That is definitely new. One of the things I've noticed when I was watching Clumsy Gamer the other night is just how many bridges there are in the Beyond the Baltic Sea. Obviously, if you watch Clumsy at all, you'll know how much he likes his bridges. And yeah, in the Baltic Sea, it just seemed to be bridge after tunnel after tunnel, which for me is fantastic. I love seeing bridges and tunnels and stuff. Really awesome stuff. So I am excited to get into the Baltic Sea and really start seeing some fantastic scenery and some tremendous roads and routes to sort of get my teeth into. I am contemplating just turning the stability up a little bit, because at the moment it just feels a little bit too aggressive. And if what you were saying that personally owned trailers appear to be less stable in the first place, and I'm just sort of dicing with death, I guess. But in the same sense, it's also kind of fun. It's a bit challenging. Like, there's a right-hand corner coming up, so I can go. Oh, it's like a new toy. I'm gonna get it wrong in a minute. I know I am. I'm gonna get it wrong, and we're gonna end up on our side. But it's I don't know. It's putting a smile on my face. It's making me laugh. I shouldn't be doing it. I'm all about ultimate realism, but I mean, when you've got a new toy in play, what are you gonna do? You can't just ignore it. You can't pretend it's not there. What are we doing here? Get over into this lane, I think. For a moment, I probably need to change again. Oh no, we're good. So we got a straight on and a right, so I should just be able to stay in this lane. No, I can't. So I have to come and cut you up. I'm sorry. Even though the sign said there was a straight on and a right, actually there's only a right. That's a bit deceiving. This is a tipper. This is a tipper, this corner coming up. Let's make sure I've got some space on the inside. Luckily we slowed right down for that. Wow, look at that sunset in the rear view mirror. That's nice. Ah, look at those mountains. Idyllic. Idyllic and picturesque. They've done a really fantastic job here in Austria. These are all roads I haven't driven down before as well, I've just realised. Hey Silverhood, how's it going, buddy? Yes, we're doing a bit of Euro Truck Simulator 2 today. We're fortunate enough, Seth T. Oh, we're up on 2. Look at that. Look at the tip on that. Sorry. Yeah, Mr. Seth T has very considerately, very kindly provided us with the Beyond the Baltic Sea DLC. So we're hot-tailing it out of Paris and making our way up through Austria and Switzerland to get up. We're probably going to go through Poland next, and then down into or up into Lithuania, Lietuva. Really looking forward to getting my teeth into that. It has been a long time. It has been a long time. I was sort of playing this on a regular basis for a while, and yeah, it is a game I miss. I just don't have enough time. I don't have enough man hours to get and play all the games I really want to be honest with you. We should do a convoy. Yeah, we should do that. In Truckers MP, for sure. Yeah, it's just finding the time. I never seem to have any time, especially in the evenings. My evenings are just always chocker full of stuff, and yeah, it's difficult. I need an office. That's what I need. I need an office that I can just lock myself in. Look at the lighting here. Silverhood, did you recommend a mod for graphical improvements? Because I installed one today that someone recommended to me like weeks ago. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks fantastic. Looks really good. Really stunning. Especially with the sunlight and the sunbeams and stuff coming through. That looks really nice. It wasn't you. Okay, fair enough. I have to trawl through my YouTube comments and see who it was, because whoever it was that suggested it, it's brilliant, and thank you for suggesting it. It would help if I could remember the name of it. Have I heard of Alma SKRS shifter? I most certainly have, yes. Have you gone and got yourself one? It's on my wish list. Or maybe I should ask Santa for one. You sent me a link on Discord. Yeah, that rings a bell. You're getting the Volvo shifter and a button box. Oh, nice. That's very similar then to Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf is going for, I think, the same thing, isn't he? The button box is quite cheap. How cheap is quite cheap? Talking €100 or less? Wow, look at that. I really wish the camera would... all over the place here. Can't get the external drive-by cam to go where I want it to. Oh, he's going for the Scania, yeah. He's Scania mad, isn't he? Absolutely adores the Scanias. Can't blame him, really. They are pretty spectacular. Don't like the look of this hill, or corner I should say. No, we're going to tip on that. Oh my gosh, we were right on the limit. Wow, we were right on the limit there. The entire suspension was fully extended, I could feel it. There's another one coming up. We're going to have to slow down for it. There's no way we can take it at 80. Not a chance. Let's go down to 70. $60. Yeah, that's good. We're not going to tip at that speed. Looks like there's light beams up in the sky. Oh, they're wind farms. There was a club I used to go to when I was younger, when I was like in my teens, and they had these massive beams on top on the roof of the building. You could see it for miles around. It was insane. That's what I thought that was. You wonder if different tonnage affects the tipping effects too. That's highly likely, because not only am I feeling the physics in the trailer when I'm trying to turn corners, I'm also very much feeling it in the brakes, or the lack thereof. So I'm only carrying like 22 tons, I think it is, something like that. Which in ETS is probably nearly maximum load, but it really does make a difference. I really genuinely can feel the difference there. And it's actually a positive thing, because it is forcing me, literally forcing me, to drive more carefully and more sensibly. You know, to slow down for corners and to think ahead, and not just sort of put your foot down and just, you know, just sort of switch off almost and just enjoy the drive. I'm actually physically having to keep an eye on the sat nav, so I know when there are tight corners coming up, and then, you know, choosing an appropriate speed in order to keep it together, as it were. Oh, come on, copper, I've got no brakes. Jesus, dude. Vienna discovered, where the policeman will literally make you slow down. You're losing connection from time to time because the school Wi-Fi sucks. I hope you're not in class, Silverhead. Hope you're on lunch or something. Brakes, 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 brakes. Goodness me. Here we are. That was a really nice drive, that. Really loads of cool stuff to look at. Nice, tricky, tight roads. We did a few stunts. I enjoyed that run. That was a good run. And here we are in Vienna, just in time for bed. My sat nav, my head tracking's a little bit oversensitive today. I changed the position of the camera because I keep putting my microphone in front of it, and now all of my sort of angles are a bit wonky. Oh, come on, what was wrong with that? Oh, this isn't one of those incidents where it wants me to park front end in, is it? I love having these cones on the floor, but this is the one problem with it, is that occasionally the game wants you to park it front end in, and there's no indication that I can see which end is the front and which end is the back. I think this is one of those occasions, because that to me looks perfect. So we're gonna have to do a UE. God. It's caught me out a couple of times. Sometimes it's obvious which way it wants it parked, but not always. If they could just put like beacons on the front, or change the front for a different colour or something, put 2 stripes on the front and 1 on the back, anything like that, it would just make it so much easier. Yeah, that's what it was. How frustrating. Right, don't drop the trailer, turn the engine off. Here we go. You're getting sick and tired of the school Wi-Fi. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Still, that's an excellent job completed. 681 kilometers, 10 hours 24 minutes, fuel consumed 297 litres. Yeah, not bad. Total of 4,367, which is not a lot, and 606 XP, which again isn't huge amounts, but we're trying to work our way towards the Baltic Sea, or beyond the Baltic Sea, so it's not a big deal. Pretty good stuff. Right, let's have a look at the map. Let's go find ourselves somewhere to kip. Ooh, thought then for a moment it had crashed. Oh, it's getting a bit sticky. Steady on. So we're going to come down here, unlock some stuff, find somewhere to kip, and then we'll have a look at the contracts and pick our next route. Quick sip of water. Handbrake off. Okay, quick admission, guys. Completely forgot that I would be pulling the trailer. For some reason, I'm sort of stuck in the idea that I'm driving the game normally. I'm not used to having my own trailer on the back. Is that right? Oh, I'm facing completely the wrong way now. Okay, that's fine. Gotta say, I'm also finding that the G29 has a better clutch system in ETS2 than it does in ATS. In ATS, I find it's almost like digital. It's either on or it's off. And obviously, that does not work well when you're trying to use a clutch. But in ETS, I really don't have that problem. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It might be a G29 specific issue. Not sure if anyone else has sort of experienced that or been troubled by that at all. Iveco truck dealer discovered. Oh, I do like an Iveco. Though I'm rather partial to... Oh. Was I meant to park there? Oh no, I'm going to go unlock this first. We'll do a Yui. Driving around Vienna at 20 past midnight. No traffic. You remember your first drive in ETS with the wheel and pedals, a total game changer. Oh man, I remember the exact same thing. I was playing ETS 2 pretty much on a daily basis after work. I'd come home from work, stressed out, tired, whack on ETS 2 and just drive with the radio on for hours. Fantastic experience. And then one day at a car boot sale, I saw a PC steering wheel and pedal combo, which didn't have a gear shifter or anything like that, but it didn't even have force feedback. It was a bungee cord one. It just, you'd turn it and it would automatically spring back into the middle. And I think she wanted 20 quid for it, and I gave her 12 in the end. And yeah, wow, game changer. Absolute game changer. That's only happened to me twice, I've got to say. That kind of game change experience. The other time was when I first used the IA Systems HS2 motorbike controller system. Oh my god, it's exactly the same thing. That game changer experience. Oh, it was good. It is so good. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. I really appreciate you coming along and taking the time to do that. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you who watched this video today. Special big thank you to our Patreons and supporters on Twitch. But everybody who comes and watches, you all count, you are all part of this. And I thank you so much. If you hit that like button, I will like you twice as much. Even more than that, perhaps. It is for you guys that I make these videos, so it matters to me a huge amount if you enjoy watching them, and if you don't, you need to tell me. So thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, until next time, goodbye for now.